Hi, welcome to the Pink Property Podcast. I'm Lee O'Brien and this is my business partner, David Kirby.
We thought it'd be fun to give you the real insights, a bit of truth, a bit of reality into what it's like to be an estate agent in 2020, leading into 2021.
We plan to record the episodes each week and launch them on Sunday morning for you to tune in, have a little listen to the property tips and tricks of what's going on in the market right now. So in this week's episode, we've got a few things to talk to you about. It's been quite a busy week, surprisingly, at the end of the first week of lockdown 2. David, you've had some various things going on this week. Tell us about how's your week been?
Yeah, been a positive week. Lots of negativity in the press that the market might be slowing down. We've not seen that, luckily, in the business here. Sales team's been incredibly busy. Another busy weekend. 3 or 4 properties really taking good interest in having a number of viewings, which should secure sales for our vendors. Same on the lettings market, incredibly busy. We've seen prices stay solid, maybe even increasing a bit on rentals.
Yeah, I've been surprised with some of the rental prices we achieved. I mean, we let those new build properties out of Mole Hill Green. I just think we've got some fantastic prices for them at the moment. A noticeable difference in the price, you know.
No, Bishop Stortford and surrounding seems to have increased recently. Zoopla suggesting that prices may have dropped slightly out of their last report. Certainly not something we've seen locally. I actually think rental returns have increased, which they really needed to for our investors. And I think we've seen some investors come back to the market this week. So.
One of the things I think could have been a bit of a backlog off the back of lockdown is that actually you don't need to be 5 minutes to the train station anymore to get a good rent. Like the surrounding villages and outlying rental properties are also getting really strong money as well.
I think the good quality properties are getting the best rent. So decent property, in good condition, people will pay the money for.
Yeah, so, condition's still so important, isn't it, with the rentals?
Absolutely, which is why the new ones have let so well. People like that modern property that's in good condition, they can move into, nothing's going to go wrong, and they've got a nice place to live.
But it seems investors are back in the market as well. So I've dealt with 3 investors that have bought property this week, which is a good number off the back of what's potentially been a moment where they've all sat on their hands for some time.
I think our return showing
the seeing value and return, aren't they, I suppose, at the moment. So it's that's a real positive thing for the market.
Absolutely.
On the land and new home side of the business, we've had a good bit of activity this week as well. One of our recent developments that we sold is moving towards a marketing stage now, and just yesterday got some really, really strong interest on the new development that's coming through in Bishop Stortford in the early part of next year. And you were out at Great Bardfield.
Yeah, so an interesting one yesterday, something that we've been on the market for a little while now, but as the market moves on and prices stay strong, looks like a solid development. Big barn with a separate office building next door and a building plot in the garden. Guide price is about £1 million, and I think when you cut it up and split it into the 3 options, I think it turns out to be a good buy for someone. And the client I showed around yesterday seemed really keen. So doing some figures. And village looks lovely at the moment out of Bardfield. Some right in a pretty part of Essex countryside. So.
No, it's a nice spot. It is a nice spot. Now, generally, we launched our latest associate at the beginning of last week as well. Is Arthur James. He's launched his David Lee business in the Peterborough area. And Stanmore there, and he's got his first instruction within his first week, which is a really good start. He's gone straight out of the gates.
Getting good interest as well already.
That's picking up good interest. A couple of the other associates have put good stock on this week. So generally, the whole area that we're working within, our territory, which is bigger than ever now, there is positivity. So that negative sort of press in the week and a couple of sort of industry sort of experts are talking the market down a bit. I don't see it. I don't see it.
We've not seen it. We've not seen it. Yeah. Yesterday, as a Saturday, as busy as you could hope for, and for in the middle of November, could have been middle of September.
Yeah.
Busy Saturday. All with proceedable buyers, all with proceedable tenants. Good day.
So, just in terms of maybe a bit of a recap, the way in which we're behaving now in lockdown. I know you did a video on it last week, but I don't know if it's just worth sort of reconfirming why we're doing what we're doing and what that means for the customer.
Yeah. I think we're just making sure that everyone we deal with is positive and in the mood to move. If you're a buyer, you need to be in a proceedable position. If you're a seller, we want you motivated and up for a move. If you're a tenant, you've got to be qualified and ready to move in the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks. And that's worked really well. We're still very busy, but we're dealing with the right people that can move to lower that risk of COVID problems and spreading. And it's worked great. The team love it because they're just dealing with the right people in the market right now.
And it's safety as well, isn't it, at this point?
Safety first, but with in mind that people do need to move, people do want to move, so we can facilitate that, but let's facilitate it in a safe way.
Yeah. So I think, that the market isn't on hold. There is still lots to be able to do right now. And it's a really nice, positive place. As you were saying, we had some really busy Saturdays. One of my first last week had show a couple round, and the lady had this tiny little dog in a bag. It was don't mind if I bring the dog in. I was like, where's this dog? No, you can't bring the dog in. No, it's okay, it's in a bag. It's
tiny, is it wearing a mask?
Tiny little fluffy thing, didn't have a mask on. No, it didn't have a mask on, but tiny little puppy, never heard a word from it. It stayed in the bag on her shoulder. But that is definitely a first for me. It was a bit Kardashian, if I'm honest. But it was good. It was good. So we asked earlier in the week for a couple of questions because we thought it might be able to add a little bit of value from our side, and one of them we have sort of covered a little bit here, but David, probably more for you now, is can we still move in the second lockdown?
Absolutely.
Was one of the questions that came up.
Yeah, certainly, and like we were saying just now, it is safety first, but absolutely, solicitors are working, mortgage companies are working, we're working as estate agents, removal companies can still work, so actually, safety first, but you can still move, and we're really proud to say that we are moving a lot of people. It's good, so
And the second question's come in, and I think it's a real valid question. It's, will the stamp duty extension be extended beyond March 31st? Obviously, lots of people are now moving to try and achieve this and take full advantage of the exemption available. But there is starting to be more chatter in the market about will they extend it? Obviously, they've created another lockdown, they've extended furlough. There's potential arguments there that they might well do it. I'd seen just this morning an article from a group of conveyancers that are pushing for the government to allow people that have exchanged to be able to still claim the stamp duty exemption even if they complete after March 31st, 2021. So I think the arguments are ramping up for an extension. Whether they'll do it or not, I really don't know. And I think if they did and they were going to announce it, I don't think we'd get a lot of notice that they were going to extend it. I think it would be very tight to the margins. So I think in terms of advice, if it is something that's going to make a massive difference to your move, then I'd get on with it now. Get prepared, start that moving process as quickly as you can.
I wouldn't rely on it being extended. So,
and because the conveyancing process at the moment is historically slow, so the sooner the better to start that off, really. But they were the first two questions in week one of this new video podcast that we're doing.
Good questions, and please do keep sending them in. We happily answer any questions you've got about the market, what's going on at the moment. Also, if you any questions about what happens in a estate agency, what does it really look like? You've probably got a perception of what it might look like to work in an agency and what happens on a daily basis, but I can trust you, it's different. Other things happen, it's good fun, but it's hard work. Any questions about how we work, what happens in the office, I'd be more than happy to answer your questions for them.
Brilliant. So that's the first one done. End of the first full week of lockdown. Hope you've enjoyed it. And as David said, please get in touch with any future questions that we can handle for you next week. Enjoy your Sunday.
Have a nice Sunday and we'll see you next week.